So I'm often asked, what's the matter? And I would question, how did they know that something wasn't right? Was it written on a banner? Or did someone place one of those peel and stick kick me signs across my back and mine reads that he is emotionally unstable? Would daydream at dinner tables, talks to and names all of his close and inanimate object friends because they are most like kinfolk who have never crossed the line. So my answer would always come back that I'm fine, knowing that I'm the most misunderstood in the room. So the path from ear to brain to mouth is usually filtered by my mood ring, which is my inner system, which tells me what to tell you how I'm doing, incumbent on color scene, you see. I have always wanted I spy with my little eye and yellow car. And that's because I can see most things in people via color chart. But most of all, I can see the color of people's hearts. And this was written in the stars for the path that I take. So any glimmer that jogs my remembrance to make my mind wind sprint to a time and place where I felt the safest, well, I'm there. And that's a cool, minty green place for me. A place where we could sip sweet tea in backyards. And the hardest thing you had to worry about were mosquito bites, belly laughs, and losing at cards. While uncles barbecued, aunties cooked blue crabs, little cousins took baths together. And these are the same little cousins who are the flower girls and ring bearers at backyard weddings. And that's a very dark brown, velvety feeling for me. But there's a thin line between my dark warm browns and my fiery red hots, and only 1 degree between water boiling or not. And that's a very orangey place because orange is the color which represents the cancer that took my adoptive mother, who was the glue to the functions that kept our family functioning. But needless to say, that family is dysfunctional. So, needless to say, oranges leave a bad taste in my mouth. So, speak to me in tones of blue, because the fiery red ones and the scarlet red ones and the burnt orange ones bruise, and they leave no forensic clues that hair triggered tripwires were left to dismantle families, and relationships will attack like train pits, wobble like unstable kitchen tables. But blue gives me peace. And I see God in a deep sea blue. And my wife, who is my water in a greenish tillish hue, who always asks, well, why do the biggest, baddest dogs always cry so much? Run from tender touch, always give sideways church hugs, will smile wide so eyes squint so no one gets a gander of how deeply the hurt travels inside. And I confide that when you don't know your origin, and your inception into families is adoption. Your baby picture started at 3. So you can't quite conceive what you're thinking. So you're always thinking that you're being auctioned off as a stowaway baby J boogie doll. By the time you're 4, you have deeply rooted emotional scars. So all I have left now are these colors, which is a reminder that people's minds have landmines that have not been detonated yet. And their problems are so deeply etched that the person cannot be fixed. Just give them peace. Just give them love. Give them solstice and solace. Because even if it gets dark in here right now, I would not mind. Because it's hard to find peace with an emotionally fragmented mind. And at times, it was the dark who was the only one there to hug me.